Hello, comrades. This is Coles, your lead clan war strategist. I'm going to make a video on Chicago, USA number 2 because it's a legit clan. They're over 200 rated in clan wars. Probably going to put up a good fight. We got a lot of bases we got to chew through here, so I'm going to give you a very summarized version. This is if in the event that you need some ideas on attacking your base. And I also want to get this video pushed out so that you all can take a look at it before we fire off. So this is level 9, and I'm going to tell you straight up, I just don't have the best strategy against CC level 9, because if you have a CC level 9, I just don't know what your max level support units are, your troops and whatnot. What I can tell you is you don't have to contend with spider rounds. This base does not have any ion stations, so really it just boils down to the fact that his walls are pretty legit. So you're going to be using some bombs and picking a side that's going to give you the best hole. And I really believe it's going to be this northwest side, because most of these structures are under 1,000. Tech center is going to be 410. These rigs probably 750. And then up here, if you look at the hatchery level 1, obviously this isn't going to be too bad, 250. And then the research lab. So basically what I'm at is if you drop a couple units up here and try and get a nice breach, then you can drop some heavy hitters, throw some bombs, and try and get a nice big hole. Might go clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on the algorithm of where it's dropped. But these units right here, if you have an opportunity, if you got sappers, I'm not sure if I recommend trying to do sappers this far into the base, because the odds of you getting a trap set off when the sappers spring out of invisibility and generating aggro on these two bunkers as well as clan HQ is probably slim to none. And take a look at his monuments. He's got one silver defensive and the rest are like resource, probably attack. Yeah, one silver attack, so I'm really not going to worry too much about it. I do think this base will be 3-star easily from the CC11, so if you're a 10 or a 9 and this is your mirror, do what you can. Let's try and get some stars, and then we'll assess after the 12-hour mark, see if we need to re-engage him. So let's go to the previous base. Next one's the CC10. There's one single spider. There's also an ion. And then you also have Chicago, USA. So if you have airstrikes, you're going to be dropping them right here, right between the ion and the cannon, right here. And if you have the monument 1.5 range, you should be able to take out both the HQ, the ion, and the spider gun, because there's no HP augmentation, at least that I know of. So 3000. Spider gun level 3 is going to be 2500. Clan HQ level 7 is going to be 3100. And if you take a look at his monuments down here, we got a resource. Let's look and see if we can find the other ones. Play game of world. Where's Waldo? Wow, he's got all attack. This guy got boned. T-Pack 51 should be embarrassed. He actually has no defensive monuments. He's probably kicking himself in the butt, because I know I would be. So if you're dropping airstrikes, you should be able to take out Clan HQ, Spider, Ion. You should be able to take out Bunker, Cannon, as well as Watchtower if you do it right here, right where I'm hovering my cursor. And then the best place to breach is probably going to be, I'm going to make an assessment and suggest the southeast side. The barracks are generally not very high, 420. Lab also same boat, 420. And then you got the rig level 11 is 750. So you just drop these structures right here, you should get a nice big hole, be able to take on this base, throw some bombs, and GG, good game. Next base on the list, I believe, is my mirror. Manish, he sucks. This guy will get 3-starred. He's probably running freeze round spiders. There's 1 for 1. There's 2 for 2. Whatever he's got in the clan HQ is irrelevant. I'm gonna drop. So I'm just gonna throw some airstrikes off in the defenses, and then I'm just gonna pick aside the breach. I'm probably gonna roll southwest, because these structures are not very good either. Same with the rigs up here are all 750. The barracks here, actually, I might even reconsider northeast. Depends on spec force level 5 is less than 500. Tech center level 3 is 520. Barracks, I believe, is like 420. Maybe, yeah, it is. And you compare that to the rigs up here, which I guarantee is like 800. So 800 versus 420. What do you think, right? It's not rocket science. So we're going to breach this guy, and it'll be GG. Manish is gone. Let's go to the previous base. Now remember, I'm going from lowest to highest, so as I progress, the bases are going to get harder. See, Ion Station level 2, that's a mistake, should be level 3 with a CC11. You got 2 spiders, it doesn't matter, you're going to drop airstrikes on this guy, max level, with the Monument 1.5 range. You're going to be able to take out Spider, Ion. You'll soften the defenses on the Lightning, as well as the biofuel storage, we can slow your attack a little bit, but for the most part, just drop your airstrike right where my arrow is, and you'll be able to take out these 3 structures. So The best place to breach is obviously going to be right here, Foundry, and he's got 2 goldens, 2 silvers, and a bronze. A nice, clever, albeit failed strategy. I am going to pull them up, Red X Arsenal, and see what his monuments are, because he's the first base to actually have put them out in the first place when they decided to queue for Clan HQ. Oh, my luck is probably all the way at the bottom. Well, almost. Third from the bottom. Let's take a look and see what his monuments are before we progress to the next base. Attack troops sucks. Spider rounds +1 irrelevant. Damage against ground 9%. That's okay. Walls 17%. It's legit. All the buildings 5%. So also legit. But still, 5% when you tack that on top of 3,000 is what? 3150. Same with the Ion Station. That's probably the same thing. It is 3,000, so 3150. So he might be rolling a blueprint. I don't know. But nonetheless, we're going to go back and progress to the next base. Nuke the center and attack the southwest. Alright, next base. What are we up to? We just did Red X Arsenal. We're up to ASD. ASD is sporting himself a CC11 with spiders that are spaced far enough apart. There's Ion level 3 right here. And his clan HQ is over here. So if I were him, or if I were attacking him, I would see if I could drop a sapper to gen up aggro on this clan HQ. You might have to drop 2, but if you're going to drop sappers, drop them really close to the foundry. They'll probably find themselves right within this range when they spring out of invisibility and draw aggro. Then what you want to do is you want to drop like a crappy hero right over here by this oil rig, like a bouncer, and try and kite the units that are aggroed right in between the Ion Station here and the spider gun. And if you have the monument for the airstrike, you're going to target basically this death ray. So you're going to go after spider gun, Ion Station, and if you want to maximize your effort, it'll probably take 5 rounds to take down the spider gun. So you might have 1 freebie, and you can drop another one right here on this wall and soften up the defenses on the watchtower, mortar, and cannon. The mortar's probably going to get 1 shot. It will if you have max level. So, but moreover, if you're able to gen aggro on the clan HQ and get them right here on this death ray, or at least within range, as a result of dropping the bouncer, when the clan HQ troops try to engage bouncer, you'd be able to put yourself in a better position to pull off a successful attack. There's a lot of clutter over here. Avoid any side that's got bioreactors. They have a lot of HP. Take a look, info 4K. No one wants to chew through that crap. And so I would probably recommend this northwest side. At the same time, actually, I'm going to change gears. I'm going to recommend the southeast side. He's got a golden and a silver. I'm not going to worry about that too much. It's on you. Just research and see what ASD's monuments are before you attack. But I think the southeast side is going to give you the best bang for your buck to get a nice good hole into the base. So we're rolling with the previous. I am 109 NYC. Absolutely 100%. This is an easy strat. It's the execution that's going to be challenging. Right where my cursor is hovering, right on this command center, you're going to drop airstrikes. You're going to drop all 6 airstrikes. You're going to take out the Ion Station. You're going to take out the Spider. And you'll probably even be able to take out all these lightning guns. So that gives you options on your strat. You can do the ground game or the air game. I still recommend the ground game. And the reason why is because I actually have 2 full skirmishes, full sets of data amongst all attacks done by all opponents to each of their respective bases. I did some statistical analysis, and I came to conclusion by applying a Kolmogorov-Smirnov test that those that run strats with 8 vortexes as opposed to those that run with less than 8, irrespective if their comp includes bombers, sappers, nurses, etc., almost always outperform those that decide to mix and match with ions, predators, etc. So run a ground game on this guy, especially. He's got some pretty legit solid monuments, so 2 golden, 2 silver, and a bronze. So we're going to leave Clan HQ this guy, info, and find Ian, who's knowing my luck is probably at the bottom of this list as well. So let's scroll down and see. I almost should just do this from the bottom up, but that's just me. Lady luck, look at that. Alright, second from the bottom. Let's just pull it up because we need to know. We need to see what he's running with. If he's got anything that augments his building HP percentage-wise, we need to factor that into the calculation. Attack troops, irrelevant. Spider guns, irrelevant. There it is. Boom. See, that's exactly why we do this. Health of buildings 10%, so you got to take this thing. 4,000, 10%. It's 400. It's 4,400. Then if he throws another blueprint, a defensive blueprint, if he's got a level 2 defensive blueprint, guess what? It's 4,800. and if you drop 6 airstrikes, you're not going to take this thing out along with the spider. So that can completely screw your strat up. So you're rolling the dice. I still recommend you do it. Walls 23% and damage against air 10%. So don't even run an air game against this guy. Okay, he's got okay Jerichos, but you're going to be running a ground game against him, and I would actually do this exact same thing. Attack the southwest, take out the foundry, get a nice big deep hole, drop some bombs, and then go from there. Pray. This will be a more difficult base. So let's go on to the next one here. I'm going to pull up the Clan War tab and go to enemies. We were on EN. We're going to SS now. Let's go ahead and visit. I should Bob Ross this a little bit, but it's really late for me. I'm super tired. My apologies. I'll put a little more flair into it next time around. So in the interim, we got 2 freeze round spiders that are too far spaced. So we also have a Chicago Clan HQ. And so basically what we're going to do here, I don't see any ions. I see some defensive monuments. You're going to do a crescent approach on this guy. So we need to take out the Clan HQ and the spider. Clan HQ is going to be 3,100, and the spider is going to be about 3K, 3,500. So this is going to require, I believe, 5, possibly 6 airstrikes. Chicago is going to fall in 5 airstrikes, so you'll have a spare one that you can do. So drop them right where my cursor is hovering, like right on this wall, right on the corner of this gold storage, and you'll be able to take out basically spider, cannon, watchtower, cannon, Jericho, and the Clan HQ, and you'll have one more spare. I would probably recommend you drop it right here on the corner of this command center, so that you can try and maximize if you have the max monument for airstrike, and take out the spider as well as get some damage on these watchtowers. And then from there, probably the place that I'm going to attack is where you already softened up the defenses. You're only going to have a mortar that's going to be attacking your units. So take out these gold mines and then drop some bombs and go from the southeast. Now let's take a look at his monuments though, because SS is running with 3 silvers, a gold, and a bronze. So that's going to be pretty important to understand what you're up against, because it could, as I had indicated in the prior base, could change your strategy up. So we're going to scroll down, see where SS is. I believe I found him. Nope, 33. Keep going down. We'll see what we just run him with here. So we'll visit. Check out the southeast side. Buildings of health 7%. That's significant. Walls 19. Fighters, bunkers 6. Damage against ground 7, and attacking troops. So he's got decent monuments. So 7% isn't really going to change your strat. It just might be that you're dropping 6 airstrikes right where my cursor is. You see if he can get as many heroes. Like for instance, he's got patrols on Bandito. He's got Huntress, as well as I believe that's Bone Crusher. So might be able to take them out. Possibly his level 14 sniper, which would be pretty cool. So anyway, do a ground game Vortex strat. I know he's got a monument against that, but your best bet, statistically speaking, is to do Vortex strat against him. Minimum 8, drop some bombs, and pray for the best. Next one's a particularly funny base because the name is Gonads. So tip my hat to Gonads for creativity. He's running spider rounds, and this is going to be difficult to judge because I actually believe that they're spaced just far enough apart that you're not going to be able to get them even with max level airstrikes. Now this is key though. This is running incendiary, so ignore it. Don't even worry about it. You only really care about the freeze round spiders, especially if you're running a ground game on them. So what you're going to do is a crescent approach. Okay, notice he's got a special bunker here, and then he's probably got a couple other bunkers. Maybe it's special, maybe it's not. There's a traditional one right here. And so here's what I'm going to recommend. Take some notes here. Number 1, gotta aggro this bunker. Drop a bomb like right here, right next to this pillar, right next to this wall. It's going to ignore the wall, it's going to travel towards the bunker, and it's going to spawn the flame, the pyros. Then you're going to drop bouncer or somebody that you can part with right over here on the rally point. And as these flames, as these pyros work their way on over towards the aggro radius of this spider round right here, you're going to have to wait a little bit. It's going to take probably 10-12 seconds. You're going to airstrike right on this level 5 spider so that you can kill what's generated from the traditional bunker as they get within range of the spider gun. Okay, now after that you're going to do a crescent attack. Start with here, dropping airstrikes because you want to take out the special bunker and the traditional bunker. You're also going to probably take out watchtower, mortar, cannon at the same time. So that'll take about 3 attacks, especially special bunker, which is 1700, and your traditional bunker is also 1700, so it's going to require 3. So do the initial drop right here to kill all the pyros, and that'll soften defenses on the mortars, the watchtowers. Drop 3 more right here on this barrier complex, or probably more like in the wall, level 10 to play it safe. Okay, and then if you need 1 or 2 more, just pick and choose on whatever's left. I mean, if you're going to do a ground game down here, that's fine. Then cheat more towards the south, like right around here on this special, the wall level 10. Drop your airstrike, and that should be able to at least soften up the flame tower, maybe even the cannon. And then, yeah, go from there. Attack from the southwest. These structures are going to be pretty easy. You could even finish off this rally point, but just deploy them here so that they're on the south side. And then as they do, they're going to progress, peel away, and then you get a nice good wall, drop some bombs, and go from there. Okay? Previous. Let's work our way on over. I think we're about halfway through here. 33. The first thing I say to myself is, what the hell? I mean, I say that because of these level 1 walls. Maybe the guy's a troll, but he does have an ion station. He's got 2 spiders. Spiders are 1 for 1 freeze, 2 for 2 freeze. And the ion is obviously separated away from him. He's got 4 goldens and a resource. We got to figure out what the hell's going on with this base, because what's difficult for me is I feel like it's a troll base. I feel like there's a lot of traps. I feel like there's some shit going on here. Oops, sorry, I swore. I'm not supposed to, but oh well. So drop your airstrikes right on this shield generator right here. It's going to take out ion. If you get lucky, you're going to get the spider, and then you're also going to get the clan HQ. Target the shield generator. These flame towers are going to be gone. Watchtowers are going to be gone. That one as well. It's going to soften up the death rays, and I don't believe you're going to be able to get the mortar and this cannon. I think they're going to be outside of range, but attack from the southwest. Nuke these structures. The important thing is this ion station has to go down, otherwise you are in not good shape. So we have to leave, go back, check out 33's monuments, and hope that he doesn't have anything that's going with plus building HP. Otherwise it's going to be problematic. It's generally a good strategy to assume. It's generally a good strategy to assume that they're running defensive blueprints, so that's going to give you an additional 10%. So spider rounds plus 3, that's awful. I mean, in the sense of if you're attacking, plus 2, so that's 5, so that's pretty legit. Gun damage 13, health of wall 6. Okay, so same strat. If you're lucky, okay, so you're going to get the ion down, you're going to get the spider down, so you're only going to be dealing with 1 spider gun that's going to be pumping out basically 9 rounds per second of freeze. This special bunker, I am not sure if you're going to be able to aggro or not. If you can drop 2 bombs about 1 second apart, maybe even 3, probably right about here. This is the closest you can get. Okay, so if you drop them right about here, 2 or 3 bombs, they're going to travel inwards towards here. They're going to gen aggro on the special bunker, and then you're going to do the same strat. Drop a hero that you can part with and attack this tech center. Wait till these units are kited over within range of your airstrikes, and then do the same thing. You might even be able to do with this special bunker level 5. Drop a bomb right here, have them travel inward. It's going to go towards this this wall, level 9. Got a little cottonmouth going on here, and then it's going to travel towards the ion station and the spider gun if you drop a hero on this side. So if you're extremely talented, you'd be able to do it. I might even take this base on. I think it's doable, but it will be extremely difficult. So anyway, just disregard that. We'll see how we do tomorrow when we go into Clan Wars with this guy. So we have graduated from 33, and we're going to go and check out the next base. We're up to Mir, as in like Frank Mir, the MMA fighter. So he also has an ion station level 3. He's got spider. You're dropping airstrikes right here, straight up. I don't believe you're going to be able to gen aggro on special bunker on either of these. They're well inside the base, but you've got to take out these ion station and the spider gun level 5. So let's see if he's got anything that's augmenting HP. I don't see anything. Spider rounds are running freeze as to be expected, and probably the same thing over here. Freeze rounds, and we got Clan HQ level 7, and these guys are fond of these hornets. I don't really know why. I've never seen them to be very effective, but it's whatever. Now here's the thing though, is you got a bunker here that's pretty close. Drop a bomb, gen aggro on this bunker. Drop a hero you can part with up here. Get the bunker, get the pyros to go towards your ion station and your spider gun and your clan HQ, and then drop some airstrikes. It'll save you a little bit, because I mean, here's the thing, even if you're running the ground game against these guys, there's still an opportunity that they could get all 4 hits off of one of your vortexes, and if you do that, that's like 500 damage. That's basically half the damage of a single ion station. You just don't want to do that. If you can sacrifice a single bomb to prevent 500 damage on your vortex, do it, please, for all that is awesome in this game. So airstrikes are going to be right here on wall level 9. You're going to take out ion, clan HQ, spider. You're going to take out these flame towers, watchtower. You're going to take out cannon, mortar, soften the defenses on bio storage, maybe even the lightning gun. And then you're probably going to go from the I'm not 100% sure the best place to deploy troops, but I'm thinking probably more the south side, right on this tip, cheating more inwards towards the southeast. So it's going to go rally point into the comm center, and then either into barrier complex or even barracks, but it won't matter at that point. The reason why is because if it slows the troops down and the vortex or your ground game gets slowed, it almost always ends up going inwards towards the base. So drop some bombs, and he knows this too. He's got level 12 walls right here, so he's obviously been 3-starred before. So alright, mirror's done. Let's go on to the next and see what's got rolling. I think we got like 4 bases best. Alright, check out spiders. Spiders are running incendiary. That's a mistake. The other one's running freeze, so prioritize this spider over anything else. I'm not seeing an ion station. If it's here, it's not well placed. Alright, a couple things here. Number 1, bunker's too close to the edge. Aggro it, drop a bomb, 1 or 2. Get these guys spawned. You might, I actually think you'll be lucky and get both of these guys. Because look at these cannons. These cannons are only going to open once they get past this comm center. So drop a bomb here. Drop 1 or 2. You only need 1 bomb to get these guys to spawn. You might need 1 or 2 to get this guy to spawn. After they spawn, then what you do, you drop an expendable hero you can part with. Go for way over here by this foundry, because it'll be out of range. Drop a ranged one. Probably bulldozer would be good. Way over here. And that'll draw the pyros, that'll draw the Moseys inwards towards these structures right here, because that's going to be your key. You're dropping airstrikes, and these are your critical targets. And drop the airstrike right where my cursor is, right next to this oil storage. It's going to take out Clan HQ, Spider Gun. It's going to take out Jericho, Watchtower. It'll soften the defenses on death ray level 8. And we also need to take a look at his monuments, because I believe he's running nothing but attack. So he's got special monument of attack, golden, 2 resource. So this will be a difficult base, but I do believe that the best approach is to get a nice big hole down here. Worker huts are like 250. They're nothing. Same thing with attack level 3 is like 520, so that's nothing. So get a nice big breach on here, breach, bang, and clear. Ground game, vortex bombs, and go from here on out. And you should get at least an easy 2-star out of this guy. I'm not going to say 3 is going to be easy, because it won't. But you can give yourself the best opportunity by trying to gen aggro on the traditional and special bunkers, cutting them over here with the bulldozer deployed over here on the east side. Previous base. This one from Freeman, same thing, spider gun, freeze round. The other one is also a freeze round. He's got ion station too close, level 2. Not going to be as big of a threat. He's got 1 golden, not going to worry about it too much. He's got an attack, a defense, and a resource monument. I'm trying to find his other 2. I'm also trying to assess his bunkers. Bunker situation is well fortified, at least to the special bunker. Same with his traditional bunker. You can probably gen aggro on it, and if you want, try and kite them by dropping a hero you can part with up here. I'm not really sure I'd recommend it at this point, just because you're only going to be taking out 1 bunker's worth. So you're going to airstrike pretty much right on Clan HQ. You're going to take out Ion, Clan HQ, Spider. You'll take out the Watchtower. You should be able to take out both these cannons. Don't quote me on it. Might be close. As well as the Flame Tower. So if you do it right where my cursor is, right here, between the Ion Station and Clan HQ. You might even be able to get lucky and get a huge, big, massive hole and take out this bunker, or I'm sorry, this mortar as well. Then I would actually drop some heroes, peel away these, the rigs and the gold mine. I'd see if you can try and peel away. This guy's obviously going to be running an air game, so whoever Freeman's Mirror is, get ready for an air game. So gold mine, four oil rigs, and then you can drop basically your ground game, some bombs, and then I think you'll be in pretty good shape. I don't know if this is going to be 3-starable. I think 2-star is absolutely legit, especially if you get a big massive hole here, because they're not really going to get any pressure at this point. So definitely consider that. Let's go to the previous base here. I think we're down to like 2 or 1. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track. Okay, this is your number 1 base. I know because I saw this in the line chat. I'm laughing because his monument's a resource. Evidently, this guy's like super pissed off because he didn't put his defense monuments up. He's only got 1. So, Dunk, this is your guy. You got another resource monument. So, you have an opportunity to make us proud. He's got Ion level 3. And one thing I've noticed, this has been a thematic element of this entire clan. Not one single shield generator is augmenting HP. It's all damage. And I'm trying to find where his clan HQ. Here it is. So, it's adequately spaced apart. I would still recommend that you drop airstrikes right where my cursor's hovering. Like right about here, because I want to triangulate between the watchtower, the spider, and the cannon so that the Ion Station becomes incidental damage. I am going to at least research and see if this golden monument is one that's going to augment building HP. I don't believe it is. Very few do. So we'll go up here, we'll go up to Chicago, USA number 2, and we'll see if we can find him. I believe it had a big dog bully or something like that. So we'll scroll down, searching, and then once we figure out, here he is, number 40. Once we figure out what his golden monument is, we'll solidify our strategy, and then we'll just kind of hope for the best here. I believe it was this guy. Health of walls and buildings. Okay, 5%, so I got to take that into account. So 5%, Ion Station level 3, 5%, so that's what, 200, 4,200, so you can still take it out. Anywho, alright, so we're going to go back to home. Let's finalize our strat. We'll finalize our video. I'll push this thing to the tube, and you all can watch it at your leisure, at work, whatever. And we'll cross our fingers. We're up for a good fight. I like this. I like good fights. I don't like teams that don't fight back. I don't like teams that give up. I don't like teams that, ooh, crap, this is in a different position. I don't like that. I didn't do my due diligence. Alright, Dunk, if you're watching this, review his base, go to clan info and see if you can pull it up. Just a recommendation. Might be the same thing, he just has a different base published, I don't know. So we're going to go after, Watchtower, Cannon, Ion, soften up Death Ray, and nuke the spider. And then from there, same strat, pretty much go north side, try and peel, drop ground game, and throw some bombs. Remember what I'm saying, let me summarize here. Ground game is better than pred game. Pred strat is not effective, or not nearly as effective as dropping 8 vortexes and a handful of bombs. I have plenty of skirmishes, and I've tallied up enough samples to do statistical analysis to prove it. I understand that there's an element of talent with the attacking player. I get that, but we need to run a ground game against this team if we're going to be successful. So let's cross our fingers. Let's do awesome. No mistakes. Let's communicate. Let's keep things upbeat. And so let's take it to them. So I'm going to conclude this video. And best of luck to you all. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Take care now.